Hello there, everyone out there, wherever you may be, at whatever time you may be watching this. Miles here. Welcome back to the channel. Today, I want to talk to you guys about something a little different and do something a little different than what I normally do, which is just playing songs and then showing you how to play them. Today, I want to talk about something a little bit more fundamental, mechanical in regards to playing guitar, and that's the pentatonic scale. Now, I know there's some of you out there that are like, because you know the scale already. And let me tell you, I'm not making this video for you, all right? This is for the beginners and the intermediate players that are just getting into soloing and playing single note runs. So this ain't for you. Come back later. Probably still get a bunch of comments in the comment section. Whatever. So today what we're going to be doing is breaking down just what the pentatonic scale is, both in a major and minor setting. And we're going to talk a little bit about how to use this, or how you can use it. So yeah, I hope you're ready. I think I'm ready. Got myself some toilet tea. So let's get started. So basically what you're dealing with when it comes to a major or minor pentatonic scale, in order to really understand it, you got to start from the basic origin of the scale itself. And that's the natural major or minor occurring scales. So, for example, that would be an A major scale. On the opposite side, and that would be your naturally occurring minor scale, also in the key of A. So staying with the minor scale for a second, when you have a minor pentatonic scale, what you have is so what that is the same thing as your natural minor scale minus your second and sixth intervals. So minus and so those two notes are gone. Leaving you with what some people will refer to as a 5-note scale, not counting the octave. For now, for all intensive purposes, let's just call it a 6-note scale, compared to our natural minor scale, which would be an 8-note scale. Now, the same thing could be done with the major scale. Now, with the major pentatonic scale, what's happening there is that you're taking out the 4th, which in the key of A is D, and the 7th, the major 7th, which is going to be G sharp in the key of A. So rather than having your major pentatonic scale, is going to sound like this. Both scales end at the octave of the root, and yeah, that's the basic makeup of what the scale is. Now, when it comes to utilizing the scale on guitar, most guitar teachers, as soon as you first learn the minor pentatonic scale, because that's the first scale you're going to learn, they're going to show you how to play it over 2 octaves, in which case you would have Now, the way that I learned the pentatonic scale, at least the minor one, the way that I learned it, we wouldn't stop at A. We would stop at C. Now, the reason why we stop at C is just because as a guitar player, this becomes more of a force of habit thing. And you'll see why in a little bit. But over 2 octaves you have. So if you want to skip out on that C, just do, and that'll do just fine. There's also the major pentatonic scale in 2 octave form. Almost messed it up. Now, there's other iterations and ways that you can go about playing this scale in terms of different positions on the neck of the guitar. If you were in the key of E, you could play it in an open position. At least for the minor pentatonic version of it. But you could also do... Now up higher in the neck, the major and minor pentatonic scale forms work the same way as they would in any position. In addition to that, there's also what's referred to as the blues scale. So, going back to A again, this is based off the minor pentatonic shape that we've been working with so far. And what's being added is a singular chromatic note, but in 2 octaves. Because in this case, you're going to be playing the same scale over 2 octaves. You can play it over 1, but in this case, I'm going to show you how to play it over 2. So starting off with the first octave, what's happening is that, since we're in the key of A, you're adding in the note D sharp. So what that'll sound like... For my Led Zeppelin fans out there, this might sound familiar to you. Yeah. Now, to use this in a 2-octave form, you're going to stay in the same position on the neck of the guitar, 5th position, and we're going to add that same note an octave higher. So this makes for a good form to know when it comes to your soloing, and just in general, if you're writing riffs with single notes, it's nice to have that little passing tone in there to throw in there so that you're not strictly playing the scale. Now again, there's plenty of other places to play these scales. For example, still in the key of A, just going from the 12th fret of the A string. You'll hear guitar players refer to this as going through the different pentatonic boxes. Yeah, I'm not sure where that term comes from, to be honest, but there's different positions to play all this stuff. There's also different tricks that you can utilize within the scale itself in order to find cool little lead licks you can add into your solos. For example, sticking with the minor pentatonic scale for now, the top 4 notes. You take those top 4 notes and you bar your first finger over the 5th fret of high E and B while using your pinky to do hammer-ons and pull-offs. What you get is... makes for a cool little addition to your solos. You'll find that more often than not, the major pentatonic scale is being utilized in more of a classic rock or a country sort of format. To give you an example. Also have a sort of blues style version of the major pentatonic scale. could do. It's a little awkward in terms of its note arrangement, but it can be done. You'll find that if you're a fan of Black Sabbath, Metallica, other bands within that vein of genre, more often than not, their riffs and just their single note passages are being utilized in terms of the minor pentatonic scale. For example, there's the song National Acrobat from Black Sabbath. Getting the most out of using this scale is to make sure that you're using it so that you're kind of going back and forth between the pentatonic and the natural minor or natural major scales. So, for example, so that was a mix of both minor pentatonic and natural minor. Now the same thing can be done with major, it's just a matter of mixing the notes. You're just adding in those intervals that you took out before back in sporadically, or at least more strategically, whatever the word is. I don't know, I'm tired. Alright guys, well that's about all I got for you for today. If there's anything else that you're looking to learn about, feel free to leave me a comment down below. Let me know what's going on. Let me know what you're looking to see, and I'll try to deliver it for you. Like and subscribe. You can look me up on Instagram. Love to see you guys, see what you're up to. Hopefully everyone has a happy holiday. And that's all I got for now. All right? Take it easy. See you soon.